What's up, BookTube and AuthorTube? I wanted to pause from the usual types of videos that I do on this channel to talk about something that's a little bit more personal and the kind of stuff that just exposes you to a certain sense of vulnerability. And so bear with me here for a little bit. This won't be a very long video, but I wanted to talk about one of the reasons that I started doing YouTube beyond just my passion for books. Now, I have some other YouTube channels as well. I have another kind of a vlog channel. It's just kind of a little bit of everything on that channel. And then I have another channel that's kind of a business-oriented channel that talks about my business that I run on the side for public relations and social media. And then, I forgot, I have another channel that focuses on sports. But I haven't been as active on some of those other channels as I've been on this particular channel. But I started doing videos not just because, or this one where I've really focused most of my attention, not just because I really enjoy books, reading and writing, but I did it for a more personal reason. And that is a crippling sense of self-consciousness that I have. And one of the ways that I wanted to confront it was to do something that was not very comfortable to me. Now, I've been on TV before doing interviews, sometimes on comfortable subjects and then sometimes on maybe not so comfortable subjects. And those are the kind of things that come with working in public relations. But when I started doing this channel, I wanted to do this in part to come face to face with the self-consciousness. Now, many of us have self-consciousness for a variety of different reasons, on a variety of different things, whether it be our looks, the way we talk, our hair loss, for those of you who have hair loss, or you may feel like you're too fat, or you may feel like you're too skinny. You may feel like you're ugly. You may feel whatever. You may be self-conscious about having gray hair. So we all have our different self-conscious aspects that really bother us to varying degrees. And for some people, it's easier to manage than it is for other people. But in doing this, I wanted to face these challenges, whether they be legitimate challenges of self-consciousness or just strictly self-imposed impediments that could hold me back. So I decided that I wanted to really do that. And when I started thinking about this channel, which originally I started as just a backup channel, because I wanted to rename it. It's a long story. But then as I got going with this channel, after the first few videos, that's when I really discovered the BookTube community and the AuthorTube community. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this particular channel to BookTube and AuthorTube to focus it a little bit more. And I thought, well, if I do this, then it'll give me even more motivation to continue to do it, not be sporadic at it, and just do it like 2 or 3 videos here and then drop it for like 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 months, 2 or 3 years in the case with one channel, but to keep doing it steadily, because I would be focusing on things that I enjoy doing, which are writing, fiction, and reading. Largely fiction, but still a lot of nonfiction as well. And so facing those fears is a big part of why I decided to do this. And I'm glad I did, Does it mean that I've conquered all of the demons? No, it doesn't. And probably I never will. But I do think that I make progress each time that I do a video, and each time, even more significantly, that I watch the videos that I do, because that also used to be a point of self-consciousness, that I would do the video and I'm like, that's it, I did it, I posted it, I don't ever want to see it again. So sometimes I'm like self-conscious about sharing my work. Now, this is a whole nother video altogether about the self-consciousness and about us being our own parking brake, stopping ourselves from being successful. So I'll spare you the motivational talk, at least for now. I might come back with it at some other point. But that's a big part of why I decided that I wanted to really run with this channel, because I do feel like I was driving with the parking brake on in a lot of ways. And being able to come here into BookTube and AuthorTube, and while I'm still learning the ropes and I'm still building an audience, the cool thing about it is that it's not so much about building a big audience. Not that that's not something that I want, because I do, but it's also about this feeling of expression and this feeling of self-empowerment that I've gained by being willing to be vulnerable to some extent by putting myself out here. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do have a pretty thick skin, because I've, faced a lot of things, and I've learned to overcome them and to strive, even when the challenges are perhaps greater than what some people would want to confront. But this is something that I'm really proud of doing, and whether I post a video and it gets 14 views or it gets 1,400 views, it's still an accomplishment for me, and it's something that I feel good about. It's something that I feel is a point of pride. And so we have to set our own bar for success. It doesn't mean that bar is etched in stone. It can never be raised, or it can never be altered, because it can. But my definition right now of success is being able to come before you and to be increasingly confident each time that I come before you, to hopefully continue to get better, continue to improve, and more importantly, continue to feel good about what I'm doing, to feel even better about myself. And I think as I continue to do that, I'll produce better and better content, and hopefully you will stick around and continue with me on this journey through BookTube and through AuthorTube, as we all learn and grow together in this great BookTube and AuthorTube community.